All right. Well, it's the last one of the year probably. Give me a mulligan. So here we are, McShane Yacht Sales on a 2024 Seafox 288 Traveler. This is the third, actually the second most recent addition to a total of 3 dual consoles that Seafox Boatworks is putting out these days, 22, 26, 28. This 28 just came in from the factory. Going to have it at the Boston Boat Show, January 10th to the 14th, unless one of you buys it first, which that can happen too. So I'll go over, like we've done this in the past, we'll go over some of the specs on the boat, compare it to some of the competitive brands, and then we'll show you all the features of the boat. So interestingly enough, as I was going through, and we take information from different brands' websites, try not to editorialize any of it, but there aren't that many brands that are putting a 28-foot dual console on the market. So Seafox 288 Traveler, new for 2024. The LOA on this boat is 28 feet. The beam is 9.6, which from everything I can tell is one of the beamiest brands out there, or the model out there in the 28-foot category. Beamier than a Grady, Freedom 285, 27 Blackfin, 27 Scout, the 28 dual console Cobia, and the 276 Sailfish. We've got a dry weight of 6,600 pounds. That is without engines. It is the heaviest brand I could find because, again, we're adding the weight of the engines. This boat is optionally equipped, and we'll show it in a minute, with the pair of Yamaha 300s. They're painted white, pearl white. It's a little bit of a glistening to it. I'm at a loss for words, but when that's rare. Those are about 530 pounds a piece. So add 147 gallons of fuel, 4 batteries, optional equipment. 66 goes to 9,500. Anyways, the draft on this boat is 18 inches, one of the shallowest drafts out there for those around the Cape, which is where this boat should go, or anywhere else in Massachusetts. You got an 18-inch draft, you got an 18-degree dead rise. The bridge height is 8 feet 4 inches. That is to the top of the hardtop. Does not include radar. So we'll start up at the bow, and we're going to work our way around it. So we've got Zach as a cameraman. He's doing a good job. He got stuck with me as a host. So if you can pop up here, Zach. So probably one of the first things you'll notice for you Seafox aficionados is the new logo. Seafox Boatworks. Younger generation, there's a plug for you. You know who you are. We've got diamond stitching on the boat. So here in the bow, I've got a couple bow rests, armrests that pop up and pop out of the way. I've got a Fusion stereo head right here. God forbid you have to walk 6 feet to adjust the stereo. You've got USB plugs on both sides. So I have a windlass forward. The windlass is standard. I'm going to go over the list of standard options on this boat. Again, as you're going through and comparing it to other models, the amount of standard options, it caught me by surprise. It's actually very expensive and very mind-blowing. We have the optional table, which turns in to a casting platform or turns into a filler board. It has a little jump seat right here that just slides in, if I don't fall over. Slides in right there. It does lock in place, pops up out of the way. The table and the stand store in behind the console pit, in behind the seats. You will notice, like Seafox, they always have individual bolsters to lean against. It brought me back to 6th grade with Sister Yvonne, looking at, again, all the different brands, and everyone's supposed to be sitting up perfectly at attention. You're probably dead now, Sister Yvonne, sorry. Anyways, moving right along, we've got a trash receptacle, a couple of speakers here, woofer here. Coming back, if you can pop down in here, Zach. So this is the ladder for the utility door, dive door, tuna door. Everyone seems to have their different name of it. And you've got a finished area inside here, and then if you can pop right over there, Zach, you'll see all the breakers. So moving backwards. Windshield does fold over, windscreen pops out. Here you have an electric head. That is also standard. You've got a sink down below. Electric head right there. Shelf. Close that out of the way. You've got your companion seating for two. If we pop over here, so we'll go over a lot of the features that are here. One of the things that really stood out to me is the twin Garmin, the 8612s. Those are standard. That's a fairly expensive upgrade. That's built into the base price of the boat. The boat is equipped with a pair of Yamaha 300s, digital electronic steering with DES steering. I've got my trim tab indicator here, horn, nav lights, courtesy lights. We've got overhead lights, underwater lights, lights down in the machinery room, the utility room. 2 bilge pumps standard on the boat, 1,500 gallons per hour. Live well pump, and it's a 30-gallon pressurized live well. That's also standard. Fresh water, the deck boxes pump out. So my helm is going to adjust. Got my compass on top. I've got an individual seat that adjusts and slides back and forth. Got a little, we have a glove box right here. So if you come up here, Zach, I've got twin phone chargers, and they're tall enough to keep the kids out of the way from grabbing them. Storage up top. I've got spreader lights all the way around, and I've got overhead lights. So as we move back, if you come forward, if you can get a look down in there, that's a massive storage area, and it's finished gel coat. When we look here, when we look down in the utility room, you'll see one of the improvements on the 288 is finished gel coat in the bilge areas. It's a 3-piece construction. The hull is vacuum bagged. So coming back here, we're going to get to our sink right here. Put that out of the way. Sink, couple rod holders. I've got an electric grill. That's also standard. There aren't many brands that are adding this many standard features to the boat. Why? It's what the customer wants. Shore power. We've got a fridge drawer, little fridge area, and we have a slide-out cooler. And so back here, we'll jump over to this. If you can swing around that way, Zach. Mm-hmm. So here's our 3/4 bench seat, and here is where all our batteries are. So this boat is equipped with an optional battery charger. We've got 4 batteries. You really can't see it. This boat is pretty much getting ready, is winterized and getting ready to get wrapped for the New England Boat Show. We had to do a quick connect on the batteries, but the batteries are here. My pumps are here, raw water, fresh water, battery charger in back. You've got drains in the corners. We take any water on the boat, everything's going to drain right out. I'm going to close that. Put our cushion over here. Now, if we're out, if we're fishing or we're going fishing, if we're hanging out, I've got plenty of seating. I've got seating at the helm, seating for 2 there, another seating area here with legs fold out like an ottoman. I've got the 3/4 bench here. I also have this seat right here. Now, if we want to get it out of the way, we're just going to fold it up. There you go. You have plenty of room. We've got deck boxes that are macerated, port and starboard. Here's my raw water wash down here. My freshwater wash down is right here. Your battery switches are right here. This is pretty easy. It's handy. It's easy to remember. You don't have to contort yourself. Locks right out of the way. And then coming over to live well, like I say, this is a 30-gallon. It's pressurized live well. Again, it's standard. Utility door, tuna door, boarding door, whatever you want to call it. It seems everyone has their own name for it. Seafox, from what I can see, is one of the few brands with the 28 dual console that does have this, and again, it's standard. If we come around this way, we can kind of look at the hardtop, powder coating, all standard. This is actually really cool. This seat, I better close this. Knowing me, I could fall out. This is going to lock in place, and then to move it, I'm just going to slide it down. If I want to get it out of the way, I'm going to hold it down and lock it away. So let's go over some of the standard items on the boat. And the boat does have painted engines. That is an option. This is a Bahama blue hull, white powder coat, white painted engines. Before anyone asks or responds, due to my dealer agreement, I cannot quote the sales price of the boat. But it's tasty, I can tell you that. Options on this boat that are standard to Seafox. The windlass, we covered. Fresh and raw water washdown. Fusion stereo head, JL audio speakers and subwoofers everywhere. 2 Garmin 8612s. The electric head. Powder coating. The hardtop. The grill. The fresh and raw water washdown. The utility door. The pressurized live well. And I don't know if you can see it, maybe Zach, over here. This is something the Fox came out with, a quick release for your fenders. So no more trying to tell people that are guests on the boat that don't know how to tie a knot, how to line your fender up. It's a quick release, they go right in there. I think we've pretty much walked our way all around the boat. Showed almost every crevice. If you have any questions, give us a call, 781-837-0115. I think that's it for now. Thank you much. Have a great day. Take care.